So just how often does something like this happen in the United States? These sort of protests are rare, but the shooting death of a black teenager, sadly, not so rare. CCTV's Jessica Stone takes a closer look at some disturbing numbers.
For the hundreds and hundreds.
For the hundreds and hundreds.
Killed every year.
Killed every year.
By law enforcement.
More than 2 years after the death of Trayvon Martin, the shooting of another unarmed black teenager, Michael Brown, has captured the nation's attention. Americans are protesting a decision not to charge a white police officer for the shooting death of Brown. Salim Modofo is organizing another demonstration here in Washington, D.C.
Police officers are feared because, they come in and they intimidate.
A ProPublica analysis examined more than 1,200 police shootings between 2010 and 2012. While white teens were killed at a rate of 1.5 per million, black males died at a rate of 31 per million, making young black men 21 times more likely to be shot by police. Black boys under age 14 are also targets. More than half of 41 teens killed by police over a 32-year period were also black.
They're often not allowed to be victims, or they're not seen as victims, and they're often described as perpetrators.
And in nearly all of these cases, police officers are never charged. According to a Cato Institute study of 426 fatal cases of alleged excessive force, only 6.5% of the officers faced charges. Only 3% were convicted.
The prosecutors work with the police week in and week out. They're very reluctant to bring charges unless it's a case where it's very blatant.
Tim Lynch of the Project on Criminal Justice says that's beginning to change, thanks to body cameras on police and civilian cell phone cameras. Technology may help prevent the deaths of more young black men, all of them unarmed, all of them gunned down by
In that
police.
conversation, you don't want to crush a child's dreams that things can be better, but yet you have to explain to them this is the reality of the circumstances, that, the system just isn't always fair.
And from the United Nations, there is also condemnation. The UN Human Rights Commissioner said that in the United States, there is, quote, a deep and festering lack of confidence in the fairness of the justice and law enforcement systems. Jessica Stone, CCTV, Washington.